So, pump up anything that's not the 3-1, please. Thank you. Then we go boom and boom. And then you become pretty big with Divine Shield on. There's some pretty good early aggression here. This is turn 2, and you got a 5-2 Divine Shield and a 3-1 out there with a weapon. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself. I mean, Hunters shouldn't actually end up being that bad, right? Especially if you have a good early game, and it looks like we at least have a somewhat good early game. Especially with Rakara, actually. We keep both of these. We want to draw another 1-drop or 2-drop. If we can draw another 1-drop or 2-drop, that'll be fine. Okay. We do draw another 1-drop. I'm gonna play just that. And maybe coin out Rakara next turn. Rakara with a coin, or coin out weapon. I think I'm gonna have to coin out. I do want it to be Rakara next turn, because this will probably not die. But then this is staggered and it feels really bad. We're just gonna coin that out. It's fine. I want the weapon to kill up other stuff later. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Maybe I was wrong to do that. Yeah, it's fine. He goes face. That's whatever. This is actually not the worst situation for me. We end up drawing Surfang. Pretty useless. Hit. He becomes a 3-2. Right? Yeah, it becomes a 3-2. We can play Rakara next turn, pump up some stuff. It's not bad. I don't know. Coining out the extra weapon. I think that coining out the extra weapon was still the correct play. I'm gonna say. I think that it was the correct play. And I'll be able to hit twice with it before anything happens. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually great. We go boom. We trade here. We hit and kill, and then we just go face with this, and this gets pumped up. And now we can do a bunch of things here, depending on what it kills. Oh boy, it went face. That was not something I predicted. Okay. So I need to start armoring up on several different turns now, and maybe even playing do you top deck that? Okay. It's a great top deck. It's a great top deck for him. I mean, if I play the 2-2 and have it hit face, that doesn't do much of anything. Because these things both survive Explosive Trap anyway. Fascinating, okay. What are you then? Snake? Pack? I'll deal with that way, it's fine. We'll get a new weapon, we'll hit face. Okay, now I need to start armoring. I know I said I wanted to start armoring the last turn, but this time I actually mean it. Oh, man. Being at 14 HP against a Hunter on turn 5, it's crazy how scary it is. Like, it's actually absurd how terrified I am that I'm gonna lose this game right here. We just go full face. We just ignore everything and go full face. We just ignore it and go full face. And we just have to trust that he can't kill me this turn. We can go stage hand, hope it pumps man crick, play man crick, and again, just do as much damage as humanly possible. And it'll probably be enough to kill him. Unless, you know, I die. In which case, I die. Goes on bumper car. Kinda lame. We do push a lot of damage. We're at 14. Even if he has the Rhino, and say a 1 damage spell to get this down to 2 HP, that would be at most 8 damage. That would be at most 8 damage, which means we should be fine. That's fine. He has nothing. He's got nothing. He can't actually save himself. Let's go, dude. We are so much better at him at this game is what I meant to say. That's fine. Even if he kills off something, it doesn't matter. He's still got 15 damage showing. He's dead, man. I know that it's not explosive or freeze. Oh my gosh, they're actually so much better than he is. That is so sick. That is so sick. So if you made it this far, you probably have enjoyed the content at least a moderate amount, which means you should hit the like button. And if you have any decks you want me to play, put them in the comments. Or if you just want to say something cool, put them in the comments as well. And yeah, it basically just helps me out a ton, and it allows me to keep doing this and helps me with the algorithm. So it would mean the world to me. And also, let's just jump into the next game. This isn't bad. This matchup is actually fun. Ooh, with a pretty good starting hand too. Very early game aggressive here. But I think it's worth it. We can go boom, and then boom, boom the following turn, and just pump myself up a good amount here. Then that's turn 2, this is turn 3, and we have to just hope he doesn't have the stupid snake. If he doesn't have the 3-2 snake, that'll just destroy my board. We win. It's that simple. But the problem is, he probably will have it. It's a 3-1. I want this to go on this or this, ideally. So, pump up anything that's not the 3-1, please. Thank you. Then we go boom and boom. And then you become pretty big with Divine Shield on. There's some pretty good early aggression here. This is turn 2, and we got a 5-2 Divine Shield and a 3-1 out there with a weapon. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself. And if he doesn't have the snake, we're chilling. And if he does have the snake, then what you gonna do about it, you know? Nothing you really can do about it. Whew. He kills that off, which is actually really good for me. Which makes me think he doesn't have the snake. Because if he had the snake, I feel like he'd just coin out something and kill that off. Anything getting pumped up here is good. I'd like it to go on the Berserker. Goes on Rarran. I think I play Rarran next turn when I have those 2 minions out there. Especially considering Rarran could trade into something and maybe help the other things get pumped. Oh, no, he top decked it? No, he didn't top deck it. That's just a normal card he had. This is actually really good. This is actually the best card I could have drawn. We don't want the pump to go on Cogmaster. So I'll place you here. I think I kind of want the pump to go on Stonemaul, actually. Like, if I had to choose something, I'd want it to go on that. And then we get to draw a card. He's a 5/5 rush minion for 5. Of all the cards I could have left in my hand, that's probably the best one. It's turn 4, and he's almost dead, and I have really good tempo. Like, I don't even feel like this is bad. I feel like this is just straight good. That's suboptimal. Interesting that he's leaving that alive, though. Interesting. We go with you. We trade in twice, and we go face with Rarran. Boom. Boom. These are all getting pumped up a little bit. That's great. We can play you next turn, and whatever else we end up drawing. That snake early did kind of mess me up, but I think he misplayed for sure. He had to have misplayed. Like, that was such a bad play on his part, I feel like. Coining out I-Beam for 3 to kill that off. I'm fine with that. I want to give a Divine Shield to Rarran. I think I want to do it after I trade, though. So that way it's harder to kill. Then we do that, and we go face, and we armor, because we have nothing left. We'll cut in class and try to find Ulgra. If we don't, that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me. This is a good board. We've been putting out consistent pressure, and he's had decent stuff on curve, too, especially with that early Fell Rattler to stop my board. I feel like if I had been face on tier, I would have lost this game. But we win the game with this deck. This deck wins these matchups. That's crazy. Okay, I think that Hunter will probably be harder for this deck to deal with if I don't have a 1-drop. We do have the White Stone, I don't know how to say it. We get rid of everything else, we look for a 2-drop or something here. Oh my gosh, this is insane. This is actually really, really, really good. We can drop this, coin out this, and then play Man-at-Arms the following turn. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. I feel like we have to coin out aggressively against a Hunter, to be quite honest. If we don't coin out against a Hunter, then we're just gonna lose, right? Because he's, especially, okay, let's see. If he has a 1-drop, we have to. If he doesn't have a 1-drop or the 1-drop is weak, then maybe we could get away with not doing it, but I highly doubt it. Oh my gosh, he didn't have one. Do that, still hit face. I'd rather hit face after to try to pump up bumper car. Honestly, I wanted to pump up one of these two. This being a 3-2 is kind of lame, but it's fine. That's fine. Honestly, it's very fine. Pump this up. I guess I could have attacked first. Dude, it's all going on the Cruel Taskmaster. This pissed me off a little bit, but it's okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. He's going face, so it's not that bad, but this is for every damaged character. So if he plays a small minion, I can trade in and make this huge, which is the plan, but I don't know. This is a really good start, though. Do I regret using the coin a little bit, but I still think that it was the best play to try to get tempo against a face hunter. The more tempo I get, it's just the better it's going to be, right? So, we'll see. I really wanted to play a minion so I can deal damage to some of my own minions and make this guy huge when I end up playing this on that. And then I really just want this plus damage to go on bumper car because I want the extra rush damage. Or Razormane Raider. Like, oh my gosh, he's really just not... Oh wait, no, I'm damaged now. That's actually fine. That's actually not that bad. I don't want it to go on you anymore. So this is going to make him a pretty big minion. 6, yeah. Then we try to pump up and we push face damage. And then we hope that this... Honestly, I don't really care what it hits anymore. Face is fine, honestly. So he has the weapon. He gets the weapon. He gets explosive trap. He hits the O. Is he gonna be able to kill everything? That's gonna be so sad if he's able to kill everything. Dude, there's no way. There's actually no way that he just killed everything. No, this stays alive. We kill that off. It's fine. We're gonna pump. I want to hit and try to pump this up as well. Does this get pumped? No, that gets pumped. That's fine. We just send this here, this here. A little bit of a bummer, but that's fine. We play this turn 5 as a 6/6. I don't know. That's kind of, it's hungry, aren't you know, Razormane Raider does die and I take a damage, but it is able to also just fully kill off some of his board, right? Or kill off his minion. So you can trade this here. I don't want to take as much damage, so we'll kill this here. And we'll go face for 3. And then eventually we'll be able to play this. Like, this is what we want to play turn 7, assuming I don't die. So he plays the Rhino. I can kill the Rhino and play the 6/6. So he plays the Rhino, he kills the 6/6, or he just tries to do 6 damage to me, which is probably best. Oh, he is going to kill the 6/6. That's actually really big for me, because it means I'm probably going to win. Okay, we actually just win the game now. We actually just straight win the game. That's so great for me, actually. The game's over. GG. We trade. We play a 1-drop. We kill this, and then we Divine Shield that. And we'll play another 1-drop just because we can. Actually, there's really no reason. No, we'll play another one just because we can. So if he plays something, we can trade in, and then we can play this next turn, and it'll allow me to do 5 direct damage with Razormane, do a ton of damage, which means that Frothing Berserker will be insane. It'll be hard for him to kill this, although not impossible. I think we win. I think we just win the game. Sorry if it sounds like I'm talking to myself. I am. I'm actually not streaming this time. You can't see the chat going on in the left-hand corner. Because I have plans later today, and I was only going to stream for like 2 hours. So I just thought, why not just make some videos? Some exclusive video content, rather than having to be streamed content. But then we're going to have an extra long stream tomorrow, so that'll be cool. Does some good damage, it's fine. So do we have enough damage? We have 9. So we hit. We play this. We get this back, and then we hit him in the face for 9 and we kill him. Yeah, that's just lethal. Oh, 2 things take damage. It's insane, and you become huge. Bam. He becomes 11, and we just kill him with... Cool. Okay, we had a really good start there. We played against a deck that I think should have been kind of bad, but he had a bad start with no 1-drop. But even if he had a 1-drop, we had rush and weapons to deal with his stuff. Like, I don't think it would have been that bad either. I think we still would have won. Not a great early game hand. I mean, the cards are all good, but I need more early game, which is why we front-loaded this deck with a ton of early game cards. We'll probably coin out Mankrik turn 2. Sooner we get him out, the better, baby. Let's go. Maybe we draw a 1-drop? We don't. That's fine. I don't want to play this and give him Divine Shield because I have to trigger it, so... We coin out Mankrik, it's going to be hard for him to kill. We play Rakara, trade in, do some wombo combo jazz stuff. I don't know. And then we're going to go. Soul Fragment immediately. That's okay. No weapons, so Man-at-Arms is kind of weak sauce. That's good. Venomous Scorpid, Venomous Scorpid, Venomous Scorpid, Venomous Scorpid. I think we give you Divine Shield, trade, play Man-at-Arms. Without a weapon. Because that way it keeps Mankrik alive, gets more minions out on the board for when I eventually want to play Rakara. That works. That works for me. I accept that. That works very well. Boom. Trade. I think this is just a better card right now. I'm not going to be able to utilize the rush in any way, so it's fine. Okay. So he trades there. That means Rakara can kill that off, which is actually pretty good. Hysteria? No way, man. Hit us. Thank you. It's at least okay, I guess. Boom, boom, hit face. This is salvageable, I feel like. I mean, he did have a really good early game. And so I do doubt that I'm going to be able to win this, but it's fine. He heals, which is nice for me. Do I play Bumper Car and Rakara next turn? I think I do. I think it makes it really hard for him to do anything. Don't. That pumps him up, which is nice, I guess. You'll be good later. And pump up the attack of this. I don't think placement matters against Warlock. I should have thought about that more, but Hysteria is totally random. Twisting Nether doesn't come out for another 2 turns. School Spirits doesn't wipe my board. Hysteria might end up pumping up a minion. Depending on, like, the order at which it hits, right? Siphon Soul, albeit it's kind of rough, but it's fine. Don't have another... Oh my gosh, he's kind of cracked. We go face for more damage. How many minions have I played with Frenzy? I've only played one. 4 or 5 into that, probably. Playing the Overlord at this point literally does nothing. So we might as well draw a... You're corrupted? When did you get corrupted? I'm doing that because on the off chance the 2/4 lives, I can play Overlord and it'll be fine. Wow. Wait, how did... Oh, with Siphon Soul. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, this matchup's bad. If he has another Siphon Soul, I just concede. Or Drain Soul. In school, I guess. That's pretty bad. I only get to draw 1 card off of this unless I draw something really good right now. You're not that good. We draw 1 card. Yeah, the game's done. I lost. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right? Warlock is better against these kind of decks. Like, Hunter and Shaman do a lot of direct damage from hand, but this one is a very board-focused kind of aggro deck. So playing against Priest and Warlock are, like, especially bad for these kind of matchups, but there's not much you can do sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta accept the fact that you're not gonna win. And you lose, and it's fine. It's no biggie. It's no big deal at all, actually. Soul Shear is fun. Oh, for the free school spirits. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. I mean, he's running lower on cards, and I can kill off the poison and play 2 more minions. This is my entire play. This is my entire turn. What saves me? Cutting Class, maybe. Anchorman, maybe. But at the end of the day, biggest weakness of this deck is just running out of steam. And that's exactly what ended up happening, right? We ended up just running out of steam, which kind of sucked. But that's okay. You know, sometimes that just happens. You face Jaraxxus, Eridon, Lord of the Burning Legion. Which means he's now going to just pump out endless 6/6s. And seems like that was his top deck, too, so... We got a Hatchet. That's pretty good. I think I'm just going to concede this. There's no reason to keep going. It's no big deal. We ended up losing, but again, I knew this matchup was going to be bad going in. Warlock is good at dealing with those board-centric kind of aggro decks. It's like this deck, this Warlock deck would probably do well against Zoo and this deck. And to some extent Rush Warrior, although not as much. But it does bad against, you know, like Aggro Shaman with Burn or Face Hunter. Which is what most meta is made up of right now. And Rush Warrior is kind of like a 50-50, I guess. I don't know. This hand is really good, but I don't think it's good against a Warlock because Warlock has really efficient removal of minions. But if we combo off hard enough early enough, we might still just be able to win. Because he doesn't have, like, insane removal until Hysteria turn 4. So if we go Waystone... or Whitestone, whatever it's called. Whetstone? Whetstone? I feel like it should be Whetstone. We go boom, coin boom, boom turn 2, hopefully draw a 3-drop, and we'll see where we go from there. Darn, it went on that. Well, we still end up playing this next turn, it's fine. And we have a 1-3, and then a 3-4 turn 2. And then bumper card, potentially. I feel like if this deck had, like, one more draw card that could be good and fit into the deck somehow, this deck would be insane. Just don't go on Cruel Taskmaster. Alternatively, I go Boom, but no. Just don't go on Cruel Taskmaster. Ideally, you go on this. What? What? Why, game? Why do you do that to me? I asked for one thing, because he's not going to be a thing that sticks on the board, ever. Oh, that's so silly. It's actually so ridiculously silly. I need him to not have school spirits. No school spirits, please. No school spirits, please. You're gonna be huge. That's 7 damage. If he has school spirits, I'm doomed. If he doesn't have school spirits, it's a ton of damage. Hysteria will only kill off 2 minions also, so that means that, like, 2 minions will stick. Cascading doesn't hit the 70, that's huge. I think we just keep flooding the board because he didn't have school spirits. And we just keep flooding. That's useless. 10 more damage. We can play this next. Well, we'll probably play this next turn for draw. We'll play this at some point to get a weapon. It's turn 5. He doesn't have that much removal left. And again, Hysteria only kills 2 minions. I can rush into that. That's no problem. 5, 6. That trade's there, and you go face with the rest. Yeah, we win. This deck is so good, man. Honestly, this deck's phenomenal. What the heck? So I've been tweaking this deck a little bit, and I realized that, hey, this deck is not actually that bad. Yes, it has the weakness of not having as much direct damage as some of the other aggro decks, but you have a little bit of rush. You're warriors, so you can armor up and potentially survive other aggro matchups a little bit easier. And you also have some decent late game with the Overlord and Grandmaster to help finish off your opponent. Not to mention some really efficient good 5-drops that can be revived with the Overlord. As you can see in the title of the video, I showed you the win streak with the deck. But overall, the deck is doing very well. And the biggest thing I might change is taking out Cogmaster for some other 1-drop. The only reason why I put this in here is actually because it synergizes well with Stagehand and Bumper Car, which are generally your turn 2 follow-up to the Cogmaster turn 1 play. But if you draw it later, it's kind of bad, so if you want to play another 1-drop, you can. In fact, one thing I was thinking about running was a Meeting Stone to potentially get some 2-drops. It's not as aggressive, but it does give you some pretty good 2-drops. But you already have a lot of 2-drops in the deck, so that's the reason why I didn't put it in, but you can experiment with it. You can maybe experiment with the Worgen Infiltrator as well, so you can get some guaranteed damage. There are a couple of things that you could potentially do, and it's up to you guys to figure out how you want to make it work. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. This is the build I would recommend, and I'll see you in the next one.